him to do, you give him the verbal correction and you just press a button, and it just gives Rainbow kind of an annoying stimulation that he doesn't really like, and it distracts him, it surprises him. You see the dogs, when dogs first have it on, they get surprised and they look around like that, and it helps distract them. So you're able to correct the unwanted behavior. Also, what's helpful is, a lot of times if we get, if a dog does have high energy, is not really responding to us, if we are constantly going over and correcting the dog by poking them in the side, or we have the squirt bottle and everything, sometimes the dog might start to shy away from us because they are learning that every time we go up to them, we're going to give them a correction. It's not going to hurt them, but it's going to be kind of unpleasant. They don't want it. And so as soon as they see us walking towards them, they kind of shy away. And you don't want that to happen with Rainbow. The squirt bottle, it's less so. They know it's coming from our direction, but it's not the same as us actually making contact with them, like the poke to the side, or also poke up to the neck. Like right up here, that's effective as well. And again, it doesn't hurt him. The blue button that I show you that emits a high-pitched sound, that is just another stimulus that they don't necessarily associate it coming as coming from directly from us. They're doing unwanted behavior. We give the verbal command, and then something annoying or unpleasant follows after, so that kind of gets his attention. And that's where the training collar, an e-collar, is very effective, because we are in control. We can correct the dog and definitely reward the dog for good behavior, but they don't know that the correction is coming directly from us. They think it's the collar, or they just receive a correction when something is done wrong. Now, it's important that you always use it when he's supervised, so that every time he does the undesired behavior, you can give him the verbal correction. So he will learn not to do that, and also will help him teach him the command. So for off, I know that he knows off. He does it really well, but when he gets too excited, he chooses not to listen to it, or he can't focus and doesn't listen to it. With a training collar, that helps him encourage. If you still say off and then you press that button, he will get used to it. It's an annoying stimulation, and so he will stop that. And by pairing it with the off command, if you see him looking too interested and he jumps up a little bit, you can tell him off, and it's just classic conditioning. He will be expecting, some sort of stimulus from the collar or from the high-pitched sound button, and so he will correct himself. So it's really very helpful. It teaches dogs very quickly, and it can be a lot of help. So also, last little tip from me is just to remember that he's a puppy, and he is doing very well. I understand, of course, your concerns with him hurting people or, scratching them, anything like that. And also to make it easier for you when he's meeting new people. So, and that is very important, but also he's not going to be perfect. His brain is still developing. He has a lot of energy. He's easily distracted, and so it's hard for him to focus for long periods of time and always to remember what he's supposed to do, because puppies are very in the moment kind of thing, and training, especially with meeting new people and like telling them off or something like that, that's a habit that we're trying to establish, and it will take a while to teach him that habit and not just to act off of impulse. So that's another reason why I think it would be a great idea to have him on a leash, shush, Rainbow, or with a harness, something like that. Rainbow, hush. Because you will be able to offer him, kind of the constant guidance, so that when he does get distracted, like he is now by, I think, a big bug flying in the garage or something, when he does get distracted, you're there to remind him. You can help him by teaching him those good habits and not letting him get away with it, because, he's still a baby, and so he will get distracted like he is now. But keep him on the leash, get him tired, expose him to things when he is tired after a day of daycare like this, when he's easy to manage and easy to correct, so that he gets used to it, and also using the different correction techniques. And there are more out there, but the ones I told you about was poke to the side, squirt bottle, the pedigree button that has a high-pitched noise, and the e-collar for training. I hope this helps, and practice these different techniques with Rainbow. This was Rachel and Rainbow, and we were going off and meeting new people.